Beneath Greenland's ice sheet lies the remains of Camp Century, a secret Cold War base where America planned to hide 600 nuclear missiles aimed at the Soviet Union. This wasn't just a bunker, it was Project Iceworm, a nuclear-powered city under the ice designed to survive World War III. Built in 1959, the plan called for 4,000 kilometers of ice tunnels, enough to stretch from New York to Los Angeles. Each tunnel would hide nuclear warheads, mobile and ready to launch. The base even had its own nuclear reactor, generating power deep beneath the frozen surface. But the ice had other plans. The tunnels were supposed to be stable for centuries. Instead, the ice shifted, crushed, and deformed. By 1967, just 8 years after construction began, Camp Century was abandoned. The nuclear reactor was removed. But what they left behind is even more dangerous than the weapons themselves. Buried under the ice, 200,000 liters of diesel fuel, PCBs, radioactive coolant, biological waste. The Pentagon assumed it would stay frozen forever, locked in ice for millennia, but climate change is melting the ice sheet. Scientists estimate that by 200 all of Camp Century's toxic legacy will be exposed to the environment. We're not talking about a small spill. This is industrial-scale contamination from a city that housed 200 soldiers, all built on the assumption that the ice would never melt. It's a time bomb on a geological scale. Fast forward to today. Greenland isn't just a frozen wasteland with buried secrets, it's become one of the most strategically valuable territories on Earth, and 3 superpowers are circling. Greenland holds 1.5 million metric tons of rare earth elements, materials essential for smartphones, electric vehicles, military technology, and renewable energy. These minerals are worth trillions. And right now, China controls 90% of global rare earth production. Greenland could break that monopoly. But it's not just about minerals. Greenland controls the GR-UK gap, the Greenland, Iceland-UK passage, the critical choke point between the Arctic Ocean and the Atlantic. Every Russian submarine leaving port has to pass through it. Whoever controls Greenland controls the Arctic gateway. China saw this coming. In 2016 and 2018, Chinese companies tried to buy Greenland's airports, offering to fund massive infrastructure projects. Denmark blocked the deals. They understood airports aren't just airports, they're dual use, commercial today, military tomorrow. Russia is making its move too. They've reopened Soviet-era Arctic military bases, deployed hypersonic missiles to the far north, and increased submarine patrols near Greenland. The Arctic isn't frozen wasteland anymore. It's contested battle space. And climate change is opening new shipping routes, new resources, and new strategic vulnerabilities. And then, in January 2026, President Trump declared he wants to acquire Greenland, one way or the other. He refused to rule out military force. NATO allies called it unthinkable. But this isn't the first time America has tried to buy Greenland. In 1946, President Harry Truman offered Denmark 100 million in gold for Greenland. Denmark refused. The parallels are chilling. Same island, same great power ambitions, same rejection. 80 years apart. The tactics change. The strategic calculus doesn't. Denmark knows what's at stake. Greenland is a semi-autonomous territory with 57,000 people, most of them indigenous Greenlanders who've lived there for millennia. They want independence, not to become a bargaining chip between superpowers. But when empires compete, small nations rarely get to choose. From hiding nukes to mining minerals, from Cold War bunkers to climate change fallout. Greenland has always been about who controls the future. If you found this fascinating, you'll want to see how history's hidden power plays keep repeating. Subscribe to Clarity Lab X for more stories about the patterns that shape our world. Thanks for watching.